I don't care if you're a multimillionaire playing for the NFL, if you wife a 304. 304 is going to do what a 304 does. Now, the ridiculous story that I have for you guys here today, wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs, Xavier Worthy, got into a relationship back in 2024. He suspected who he was engaged to, the young lady, of cheating on him. He hires a private investigator to find out the truth. He finds out that she's cheating on him, and he tries to kick her out, at which time she refuses to leave, becomes violent, destroys all of his stuff, including pulling out his dreads on his scalp, and I can't show those photos right here because of the violent nature of them. She calls the cops on him after getting caught and alleges this physical altercation. He ends up in jail, but later, after the judge realizes that she completely fabricated the story to get out of what the private investigator found, the judge drops all charges and goes free. She goes back home and finds out that she steals $300,000 worth of his stuff, and now he's trying to get his get back. It's crucial to have these conversations because when situations like this arise, it makes big headlines because he's a big celebrity and he has the resources and the platform to be able to defend himself as well as the organization behind him. But think about for a quick second if this was you. If it was you facing accusations of assault or domestic violence, chances are you'd still be sitting in a jail without the same opportunity as he had to prove his innocence. If they can't beat you, they're going to try to destroy your reputation. Young men's lives are ruined each and every day due to spiteful liars. They weaponize their victimhood in order to get money or extort you. Many lessons to be learned, but let's take a look at the news stories on this.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for Live at 11. I'm Nick Garcia. New tonight, Action News has obtained court documents detailing domestic violence allegations against Fresno native Xavier Worthy. The Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver was arrested earlier this month in Texas, but prosecutors chose not to pursue charges after speaking with witnesses. Action News sports anchor Alec Nolan joins us with the latest claims and the response from Worthy's attorneys. Alec.
I reached out to Tia Jones's attorneys requesting the documents that were filed for a temporary civil protective order she was granted on March 15th. I received that affidavit today, and we do want to warn you the details may be difficult to hear. In the document, Jones says the first physical incident occurred in October of 2024 when Worthy allegedly pushed her to the ground. She then describes 3 more encounters in which she was allegedly choked, pushed, and slammed on a bed. Jones says during one struggle, her face hit a closet door, chipping her tooth. Jones says the March 7th incident was the most violent. She described Worthy hitting her, choking her, and kneeing her in the throat. She wrote, quote, "I felt like I was going to die." End quote. I also reached out to the NFL star's attorneys today regarding the affidavit. They said in a statement that Worthy again denies all allegations, and they called the civil protective order unnecessary and a media ploy. The statement goes on to read, quote, "Mr. Worthy was interviewed by the detectives soon after his arrest about these false allegations. A third-party witness was also interviewed by the detectives to verify his statements. Several other witnesses have come forward to provide statements to law enforcement and to our legal team about Miss Jones' disturbing behavior in Kansas City and Austin, and we have sworn affidavits, photographs, and videos to refute every false allegation." That statement accuses Jones of being the aggressor against Worthy and adds that he is hiring a civil attorney to address the defamatory statements.
Xavier Worthy filed new court documents on Monday alleging his domestic violence accuser, Tia Jones, cheated on him as he was preparing for the Super Bowl. The White made the allegation in an application for protective order in Texas as he continued his attempts to explain that he was the one that was being abused in this relationship to his now estranged fiance. Here goes photos of both of them. Apparently, she was a track athlete. By the way, weaponizing assault against men, and if you are found to be a liar, the penalty for lying should carry the exact same weight as what the perpetrator would have received if they were actually guilty. That's called accountability. But unfortunately, our reality here today is that false accusers are protected. Nevertheless, Worthy states in docs that the two met in late 2023 at a steakhouse in Austin and began a romantic relationship in the spring of 2024. Worthy claims that she was having an affair, and after hiring a PI right around the time that they were getting ready for their third Super Bowl, she was cheating on him with a trainer. Worthy says in the ensuing weeks, he tried to boot her from her Texas home and break up with her, but she refused with her crazy ass. He says this ultimately came ahead to March 7th after they have gotten into a dispute about the relationship at dinner. And here goes some photos of the destruction. Worthy claims that she broke his $3,000 Rolls-Royce key fob and destroyed items in his gaming room, which he alleged was worth $3,000 as well. Not the gaming room, baby girl. The false allegations is one thing, but the gaming room? You evil, evil woman. He says he grabbed her as she was doing the damage to his property because he was scared she might nab one of his ratchets. And that's when he says she pulled the dreadlock straight out of his head. Yo, this is so crazy. Worthy ultimately was arrested for his alleged role in the altercation, though prosecutors declined to press charges a short time later. When the police come in as a domestic violence situation, depending upon the actor level of the woman in question, it will usually determine whether or not you go to jail that night. Unless, if you was smart, like I tell all of the G's up on this channel, put some type of home security recording device in y'all cribs. So if a situation like this is to occur, you have the damn evidence, which is going to be out prioritized of her fake ass tears that she's dropping in front of that officer. Worthy says when he turned home from jail, he noticed over $300,000 worth of jewelry had been taken from his home, presumably by the ex. And because of these accusations, now the young brother has his first ever mugshot. That's what messing with the wrong ones can do for you. Now, usually when these false accusers get found out that they're lying, i.e. committing an Amber Heard, typically nothing ever happens to them. But remember how I said before how Xavier is going to be getting revenge? Well, here's that revenge.
Wide receiver Xavier Worthy files a lawsuit against his ex-fiance who accused him of domestic violence. You might remember Worthy was arrested earlier this month in Texas. His ex-fiance Tia Jones claims he choked her after a heated argument. Now, in Worthy's lawsuit, he says Jones would not leave his house after he caught her cheating. The lawsuit also claims instead of leaving, she scratched his face and even ripped out some of his hair. You see the photo here. Worthy's lawsuit then says after he was arrested, she went back to the home, damaged some of his property. Worthy is now seeking damages between $250,000 and $1 million.
To Xavier, sue her for everything that she's ever earned throughout her life, as well as future earnings. Sue her family, sue the police department, sue anybody involved with you now having a mugshot because they didn't do their proper due diligence to understand the truth before putting you in jail. Not only did this evil, demonic Delilah of a woman lie on you after getting caught, but then damaged all of your ish and then stole from you at the end of it. There is a low pit in hell deserving of young modern women just like this. And now, to everyone else that's watching the channel, we can't end all videos like this without having solutions so that this shit don't happen to you. First off, I said this earlier, put cameras in y'all damn cribs. Second thing is never, ever, ever accept a woman who's violent. This is for both men and women. Never accept anybody who places hands up on you. For my G's specifically, don't even accept when they try to play fight with you. Don't even do that. That as a man, you need to have boundaries, and a woman who is easy to get aggravated and then lashes out, even if it's in a laughy, jokey type of manner or fashion, you do something and her immediate reaction to you was to hit you or something like that. These are exactly the same ones of when they're actually mad, or if they don't want to be held accountable for something, will really use their hands. There is no amount of value within a viscous innards ever to continue to date someone like that. Don't believe that they can fix themselves on account of their words. Look at their actions. In Xavier's case, he's an athletic, multimillionaire, high status, high power, but young, and is choosing to simp for this young lady for God knows what reason. He's caught up, gentlemen, and more than likely he has simp-like tendencies that allowed him to put her up on a pedestal. Never put them up on a pedestal. Ever. That pedestal is not logical. That pedestal is emotional. And if you have frame to deal with women in an emotional context, you're not thinking logically. Because logically, why is she even around you? You could have to pick a litter. The last thing that I'll mention, and this is kind of similar to the second thing that I mentioned, is that what's up with this struggle love shit? If you identify toxicity within another person, that's not a good trait. Drama don't make good relationships. The ups and downs and the topsy-turviness don't make good relationships. Now, all three of those things that I just said earlier could make for good but then relegate them for the street. But again, protect yourselves out there. That should be highest priority, is to protect yourself. Because if you allow women or just people in general like that into your life, and if shit goes awry, do you expect them really to handle a situation with rationale? No, they came in here crazy. They gonna leave crazy. All right, guys, that's the remainder of my comments in regards to the situation right here. Drop me your comments below. What do you think should happen to the lovely young lady who did this to this guy, Xavier? Let me know down in the comment section down below. And also, if you guys have your own stories of being falsely accused, write them down below as well. Can't wait to see them. Again, if we end up having a lot of comments here, I'll bring this up to the live platform so we can go over what you guys think about this, all right? Last but not least, join my men's self-development community. Looking to upgrade your life? Well, come and join a brotherhood of men that are working on upgrading each and every day, especially when it comes to understanding finances and how to build wealth. Link to it down in the description box down below. Beam up, and I will see you guys soon. Until next time, YouTube. Peace. You is ratchet as they come. Rainbow weaves and batwing lashes, weighing more than a man. What time is your football practice? I bet you can hit that A gift like a mug. How you big back it? Said a man must buy you gifts. Where here goes a Fitbit tracker? Are you mad? Cause you got 3 kids by 4 different dads. You pick cookies, then you bash. Oh man, when you get sad.